Stage 5. Mainboard. The mainboard is one of the basic components, not to say the most relevant component in a PC. Its function is vital, and a lot of the quality of the working and process of the general PC is determined by this component. Its function is to administrate the CPU and connect the different peripherals. The CPU is the brain of the computer, and the mainboard is the nervous system.
Tenemos aquí la placa madre, conocida como mainboard también, o placa base. Todo ese conjunto de esto, donde contenemos, en este caso, el procesador. Aquí le podemos observar, debajo de esto está el disipador aquí, y bajo de esto se encuentra el procesador.
Processor is a component that is in charge of processing the instructions that have been given to the computer. This would depend on the speed of the computer, because where you locate the computer, that is nominated, or the name of that place is the socket.
Que maneja lo que es las memorias. Tenemos aquí las memorias.
RAM memory, or RAM memory, is an information device where you can store your information, and it's in charge of the performance of the computer.
Tenemos el bus PCI, el bus AGP en este caso, para tarjetas de video. Si encontramos aquí. Tenemos el bus interno también, que nos ayuda con lo que es el control de las unidades SATA o discos SATA. Colocamos en estos sitios nuestros discos.
Dispositivos.
PATA, dispositives. Dispositives in which the hard drives are placed depending on their architecture.
Tenemos también otro controlador ID. Nuestros buses PCI. Para que es los puertos paralelos, serial o USBs.
Power source is an element that is in charge of feeding the computer with electricity and all its internal components. The computer that is connected to these components also has different architectures.
Tenemos nuestra memoria ROM o nuestro BIOS, que siempre está junto a la batería para que mantenga la información guardada en este chip. Esto se encarga de mantener voltaje para que la información aquí guardada, aquí contenida, no se pierda.
BIOS, memory chip known as Basic Input-Output System. This is the ROM memory of the computer. Processor. The processor is the neural central system, or the brain of the computer, that is in charge of make and execute all the processes that are given to the computer. This is located in a place that's called socket. Here we can find the architecture of this one. There are processors that are located in 478 sockets for Pentium 4 processors and 775 sockets for core processors.
Al colocar siempre nosotros el procesador, no debemos olvidar de tener en cuenta siempre nuestro disipador térmico. Esto ayudará a que el procesador se enfríe, puesto que como conocemos, si el procesador se calienta, va a la máquina a colgarse. Entonces no nos olvidemos de colocar el disipador térmico. Eso va antes de colocar el disipador del procesador.
These dispositives are measured through their speed of process that is established by megahertz. That is the unit of measure of speed in the processor. It is a characteristic of each type and architecture of depending on the processor. In the same way, we see that we should take in consideration the cache memory that each processor has or can contain, with the purpose of increasing the speed of the process. It is also a technical requirement that we should take in consideration is the system bus, which is the one where the processor works, and we should not forget that this is the dispositive that also works with the mainboard and the RAM memory. Because of this, it is necessary to verify that the system bus is the one that the mainboard requires, so the communication between these dispositives is the best. The way of placing this processor, it's really simple, because you can put it in the socket, which is the only unit, and it can only go in one way. You cannot put it upside down or the other way around, because the socket would not allow it.
Quiero que notes, si le puedes notar que esto tiene que coincidir aquí. Estas partes de acá tienen que coincidir en esos huequitos. Sí. Y giramos, seguro.
Now we step into the dark.